Hey everyone, it's been a busy day, but mainly because I've been doing a lot of research about what I'm going to be talking to you about today. We need to talk about having better health. There's a new variant out there when it comes to the pandemic, and not everybody's getting the vaccine. I have made it clear that I'm not. To the point where working outside the home isn't going to happen. Not until this whole thing passes and we get people in office that are not going to be dictators. Or want to be dictators. Not using names. This broadcast is not about just that particular virus. It's about being healthy to begin with, so you can avoid it, or if you get it, it isn't so severe. I'm not, like I said yesterday, I'm not allowed to make claims, and I'm not. But I am talking about what I do know about, and that's nutrition, and the role it can play to help you if either you get sick, or whether you get sick, or if it's just something that, maybe you got a cold this year. You know what? It happens. I don't know of anybody that actually doesn't get under the weather once in a while. Even the healthiest people I know. So I want to talk about what can we do. I also want to talk about what actually does suppress our immune system. Folks, it happens. We're not as healthy as we want to be in many cases. I know I'm not where I want to be. I'm heading the right direction. But I'm not where I'm not where I'll be a year from now. A nutritionist named Dr. Johnny Bowden said, "Never look for bargains on parachutes, tattoos, and nutrition supplements." Yeah, you don't want to cut corners on some of this stuff. I did some research on Harvard University website. I go there periodically because they actually do have reputable research. And what they're saying is very accurate. On a daily basis, we are constantly exposed to potentially harmful microbes of all sorts. Our immune system, which is a network of intricate stages and pathways in our bodies, protect us against these harmful microbes as well as certain diseases. It recognizes foreign invaders like bacteria, viruses, and parasites and takes immediate action. That's the role of our immune system, folks. That's what it does. Humans possess two types of immunity, innate and adaptive. The innate ones are the ones that maybe you got like chickenpox when you were a little kid, like I did, and your body develops a natural immunity to it. There's a lot of controversy surrounding whether or not if you get the COVID virus, whether or not there's innate immunity there. Science is showing that it very well could be, but it hasn't come out definitely. So, what can depress our immune system? First thing is our age. As we get older, our body wears out. It doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. Number 2 is environmental toxins. Things like smoking, air pollution, excessive alcohol. Number 3, and this is a big one with me, is obesity. It is associated with low-grade chronic inflammation. When you're dealing with anything chronic that's negative, it's going to do damage long-term. Number 4 is poor diet. The Standard American Diet is an acronym for SAD, SAD. And it's because it really is sad. It weakens our immune system. Because there's way too much sugar, way too many pesticides, way too many of the stuff that our bodies are not designed to handle. We get sick because of it. When our diets are poor, we get sick easier. Number 5 is chronic diseases, including autoimmune diseases and immunodeficiency disorders. We all know somebody probably has at least one. And many times they come in groups because one will lead to another. Number 6 is chronic mental stress. Folks, stress is literally a killer. It is so deadly. I mean, people die from stress. And I'm not just talking suicide, although that is a factor. And it breaks my heart because I know, because I've lived through it. A friend I was very close to when I was growing up committed suicide because of stress. This is a long time ago. But not a day goes by that I don't think about him. He was my best friend when I was a little girl. And stress, it is a killer. It leads to obesity. It leads to depression. It leads to a lot of things. So we gotta keep our stress levels under control, folks. And number 7 is lack of sleep and rest. Our bodies need it. If you're not getting the rest and sleep you need, then your body is gonna be letting you know. Start with being grumpy. But then if it happens long term, folks, it does make you sick. So what can we do to boost our immune systems? Number 1, well, there's actually a few things. Make sure you're getting enough vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, selenium, iron, and protein, including the amino acid glutamine. These are things that have been shown by science to help prevent getting sick. Like I said, I can't call it a cure. I'm not allowed to, and I'm not going to. But these are things that have been shown to help. Next is limit your sugar. Folks, sugar is a chronic problem. If you're getting too much sugar in your diet, you're probably not as healthy as you need to be. And it can be sugar has been compared to cocaine when it comes to how toxic it is. It's a killer. It's more addictive than cocaine. And folks, we know that cocaine's addictive. We know it. Science has backed that up thousands of times. Next is add more probiotics to your diet. Things like kefir, yogurt, and fermented veggies such as sauerkraut, tempeh, kombucha tea, kimchi, and miso. It actually tastes pretty good. It takes some getting used to in some cases, but maybe you're not a big fan of these fermented drinks and foods. There's ways of getting around it. Let me know if you're in this situation where you need more probiotics in your diet, but you really don't want to take these foods. Talk to me directly. I'll make you some suggestions that I know you can get along with, and they won't break your bank account either. Okay. Next, your prebiotics. You need them. And these are things like garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, Jerusalem artichokes, dandelion greens, bananas, and seaweed. Now, I haven't gotten brave enough to try seaweed yet. I think I might sometime soon. It is available. And it's a lot more available these days than it used to be. Health food stores, many health food stores carry it. As a general rule of thumb, eat a variety of fruits and vegetables, beans, and whole grains. You're going to be healthier. You're going to feel better because of it. There's also herbs you can use. Echinacea, garlic, and green tea are our top 3. Echinacea, you can make it into a tea. Garlic doesn't take much. Little bit when it comes to garlic, little bit goes a really long ways. Toss it in your here's one thing you can do is get some what's it called? Spinach. I'm drawing a blank on what it's called, but it's basically a root plant that actually is spaghetti squash. That's what I'm trying to think of. It happens. But yeah, spaghetti squash, if you use that and make your own spaghetti sauce with it and add some garlic, you actually got a really healthy meal. You can toss some grass-fed hamburger into it if you want the meat. You don't have to. I've had it many times. I've had spaghetti many times without meat, and it actually is really good. So that's an option. Green tea. Folks, it's healthy. I drink green tea most every day, and I am noticing a real difference. Next, I'm going to include supplements, because our foods are depleted when it comes to how our foods are depleted. They just are. And that's why I'm such a strong advocate these days for supplements. I was not raised on supplements, but I was raised on a healthy diet. One of my favorite meals growing up, although my mom probably didn't realize it, was when we had salads, or whether it be chicken salad or whatever. I've always enjoyed salads, and I could eat it as a complete meal, and I do it many times. But take a supplement that actually boosts your immune system. There's one available that I'm seeing people get phenomenal, and I do mean phenomenal results on. And it's affordable. Your health is worth it anyway. Even if it wasn't affordable, you should find a way to afford it, because your health is worth it. It just is. Also, make sure you get some exercise. Number one, it's going to help you. It's going to combat the stress. Number two, you're going to feel better. You're going to sleep better. It's going to help you in so many ways. Maybe you don't like, I don't want to run. Well, you don't have to. There's so many different types of exercises out there. You don't have to just go. You don't just have to say, I don't want to exercise because I don't like to. Find something that you do enjoy doing. Maybe try something that you used to do as a little girl or as a little boy, and go back to it. Jump roping, hopscotch, going for a swim. It's still summer here up north. Go for a swim. It's really healthy. Try martial arts. I'm sold on it. I'm completely sold on it, because it is so different, and you're always learning something new. That's one of the things that makes me so enthusiastic when it comes to martial arts, is the fact that you're always learning something new, no matter what style it is. Now, you want to get into a good dojo. If you're going to be going this direction, please reach out to me. And if I don't have the answers, I promise you I know someone who does. I got a handful of friends around the world that are martial arts masters. You've heard me. You know I'm friends with Reggie Cochran. He's not only my leader, but he's also a sensei. He is an incredible martial artist. The guy's in multiple halls of fame when it comes to martial arts. Then I have Dr. Ted Gambardella. I've got my friend Jenny Plus. I've got Miriam Kirby. I've got so many friends. And of course, there's Don the Dragon Wilson. He's a friend of mine. And guys, he's fun. Then I have other friends. And I have Professor David Dunn. And I literally have friends all over the world that are involved with martial arts, and they inspire me. And the thing about martial arts is you're always working toward being better than you were before. Martial artists, folks, I'm sold on it. I've had people say, it's all about being violent. No, it's not. In fact, a good dojo a good sensei is going to say, hey, you know what, if you go and use this and anger, you're going to regret it next time you come to class, if I get wind of it. That's the kind of sensei I'm planning on being. And someday I will be one of the best senseis out there, because I've got so many friends that I'm learning from when it comes to this. That's one reason in my business I'm calling it Black Belt Habits, because they have habits that are just, that set them apart. My friend Miriam Kirby, she's a phenomenal sensei, but she's also a dancer. So I kind of want to see if she ever incorporates martial arts into dancing. I kind of have a feeling she might, just because I know how good she is, and they don't just do martial arts, although many of them do. I've got my friend Esau McKnight, and he's an actor that you guys need. If you're not following him, you need to. He's a phenomenal martial artist, but he's also a really nice guy. And of course, I got my friend Anita Clay, and I can remember these names off easily because I do talk to these people, and they are my friends. They're friends I have a huge amount of respect for, but they're first and foremost my friends. There's Lindy Woods. I enjoy talking to her. People have said, oh, martial artist is connected to being Buddhist and other Eastern religions. You know what? Some of them are. I'm not going to deny it. But with that being said, I've got so many friends that are Christians that are actively martial artists as well. Lindy Woods, her dojo is actually called Dunamis, which comes from the Bible, and it stands for power. She incorporates her Christian faith into her dojo. She lives on the ocean in South Carolina. She's not that far from you. She actually has 2 different dojos, and there's others up and down the East Coast. And the United Fighting Arts Federation has dojos all over the world, but especially here in the United States. So, get some exercise. Try martial arts class. You'll probably enjoy it. And it might surprise you how much you do enjoy it. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. I get that sometimes life happens and you may or may not get that much sleep. But, aim for it. And do what you can to make sure you're asleep. I'll go more into this on a subsequent live broadcast. Next, manage your stress. You gotta do it, folks. It's tough, and I get it. I've lived in I've had a lot of stress in my life over the past 20 plus years. I know firsthand how tough it is to fight the stress. And finally, the one thing the CDC agrees with, that I agree with the CDC on, is just wash your hands. Folks, by doing these tips, you're going to want to be healthier. I'm going to be including some of this stuff on my video or on my blog tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And if you have any questions, if you want to know a supplement I recommend that can help you boost your immune system, and you want more information about it, just respond below with a 1 and say, or more information, and I'll be more than happy to send you a link to say, hey, look, just take a look at this stuff. It works, and I will talk to you more about it, okay? Until next time, have a great day. God bless you. Bye for now.